All right, what's up, y'all? We got another video today. We got another create and yap. I'm gonna try to talk loud. I'm a little sick, so I don't know how my voice is right now. Then this also gonna be a lazy video, bro. I'm tired. I've been freaking tired all week. I don't know why. I just been so tired all week. Even if I get good sleep, I just been hella tired. So this like first afternoon, I'm really been chilling all day. So usually I'm sitting up and this and that. But even nonetheless, this is more so a brainstorming video. I'm not really gonna be writing much. Everything I say, usually how I brainstorm is I just brainstorm and just write down whatever comes to mind in my notes or notebook or my computer or whatever. But today I'm just gonna use this as like my notes. So kind of like a note vlog or whatever the case may be. But this is gonna be a brainstorm for part two for just for tonight, right? So this is the first film I did a part two on, just because I feel like I could actually have a part two where the storyline isn't repeating itself, if that makes sense. Like I feel like with everything is art. If I did a part two, if I did a part two, it would kind of be a similar storyline, or it would be like the love triangle storyline again, but this time just more in person. And then it's also like it's not. It's only so much I can write with the same characters and the same like plot in a sense. Like the only thing I could really change if I do a part two of that film is the ending. Like he got a happy ending this time, but in that one I would he wouldn't get a happy ending. Like it wouldn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? Then it's also like that film was like 100 something pages. That's a feature film. Like that's a real film. Um, I ain't gonna say real film, but that's like a full length film. So or part two, I would have to, match that, which I really don't feel like writing 100 something pages again. So this one, I could keep it short, keep it cool. This one, like, just for tonight, part one is like 20 something pages. So part two would probably be around probably around the same, honestly. It shouldn't be too much longer, I don't think. Then my other film, Father Time, that one isn't done yet. I'm still kind of flushing out the scenes, trying to figure out what scene do I want before the climax. Then I also want to figure out how I want that film to really end. Like, do I want, happy ending, good ending, or do I want to set it up for maybe a part two or whatever the case may be? But just for tonight, part two, I've yapped enough. So let me actually get into my brainstorming. So for this film, my biggest comparison, my biggest something I'm gonna pull from is gonna be Insecure. Just because if you watch the show after Lawrence and Issa broke up, they had Issa. I mean, not Issa. Lawrence really didn't like Issa, rightfully so. But then once they became good again, they kind of like popped up on not popped up on each other, but like were running to each other a lot. Then you could always feel like the chemistry and the feelings and all that was still there through like just the energy, the body language, like the way they talk. Like you could feel the energy through the screen, and it just led up to them, eventually obviously getting back together in the end. So for my film, um, I'm gonna kind of go through what I have kind of in my mind right now as far as what I wanted to go. Then I'll probably as I'm talking, I'm probably definitely going more ideas and stuff on. I'm gonna come up with more ideas as I'm talking. So, all right. So, wait, I'm gonna wait till we get to 4 minutes. Come and put in a title. Skip to 4 minutes for the actual brainstormer. All right, cool. So I want so for my opening scene, I don't know. So for my opening scene, I want it to be like a really good attention grabber. Like I want it to be so one part I had thought of was like the opening scene could be a part of the film, like a part of like a later scene in the film, if that makes sense. So I'll basically talk about the film, then talk about what I would maybe want the opening scene to be. So basically what happens is in this film, Malik returns back to town again about 3-4 months after his night with Amani, and he returns back to town for his friend's birthday, right? So when he gets back in town, they go to this uh, uh, bar slash adult arcade. They got a rooftop, music playing. It's like whatever. That's where his friend having his party at. So he goes there and he sees Amani. So I mean, okay, he goes there and Amani is there. Now in this scene, I didn't know if I wanted him to see Imani and she not see him. Like he see Imani, she with her boyfriend. Well, the boyfriend's gonna be there, but so he sees Imani, she's with her boyfriend. So he like, all right, cool, keep that distance tonight and just give me a drink, do my own thing. Or I didn't know if I wanted her to see him, and he don't know that she see him type thing. So maybe like she see him and whatever. Or I didn't know if I wanted them to see each other. Maybe lock eyes, the whole room stop. They only see each other and like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I really didn't know how I wanted that scene to play out as far as like them seeing each other again for the first time. So I'll probably have it where, and the reason I don't know how I want it to go is because the next scene, also at this party scene is Amani boyfriend see Malik. So he walks up to Malik and punches him in the face. And he's like, you could think you could just kiss my girl and get away with this and that. So then Malik like, what are you talking about? So he's like, yeah, she told me that y'all went out. I mean, she told me that, y'all grabbed some food and you came on, you told her how you feel and kissed her and this and that, whatever. So in this scene, I wanted to be like, the boyfriend says that. Then Alex is finna butt in and be like, nah, bro. But Malik stops him and is like, nah, yeah, that's my fault. So now, in this part, I want the boyfriend to say something that insinuates Imani kind of lied about that night, saying like, so well, I ain't gonna say lie, but downplay that night, right? So I want Malik to stop Alex and be like, nah, bro. So Alice to say something, Malik could probably like just put his hand on Alice, like, chill, whatever. So then Alice may be like, why you ain't mad at your girl then? So then he may be like, the boyfriend may be like, she already told me it was a mistake and she don't feel that way about him and this and that. So this is how I wanted to go. Malik get punched in the face by Imani's boyfriend. Then Imani's boyfriend's like, you thought you could kiss my girl, get away with it. Then he's like, what are you talking about? Then Imani's boyfriend's like, yeah, she told me I went out. You told her you got some secret feeling for her, leaned in, kissed her, this and that. She, pushed you off or whatever the case may be. Then Alex like, nah, bro. Then Malik cuts Alex off and stops him from talking. Then Alex like, so then why you ain't mad at your girlfriend? So then Imani's boyfriend is like, she already told me she don't like him and, it was a mistake and she don't mean nothing by it and this and that, whatever. So then Imani's boyfriend's gonna be like, get your stuff, we leave and this and that. So he gonna go to the car and leave. Like he mad, he pissed off. So then Malik goes to the bathroom to, clean up his face or whatever. So then Imani goes to the bathroom to like console Malik and she's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, are you okay? And this and that. So then when she's saying that, Malik is like, is it true? So this shit like, what are you talking about? She's like, was that night, was it a mistake for you? This and that. Then Imani, she doesn't really answer the question. She's going to be like, what did you want me to do? You left. Like, you left again. What you expect me to do? I couldn't wait for you for 4 years or whatever. So then Malik's going to be like, just tell me, like, so I don't know if I want him to ask her twice. Okay, this is how I wanted to go. So he's going to ask her, like, is it true? Was that night just a mistake for you? And, you don't feel that type of way, this and that. Then she's not going to say yes or no. She's going to be like, what did you want me to do? I came home, I smelled like your cologne. No, yeah, like I came home and smelled like your cologne. So I told him the truth. And it's like, what did you want me to, I don't know if I want her to go that in depth. Because I don't want her to say that she lied to her boyfriend, because then that would insinuate that the night wasn't a mistake. Which it wasn't a mistake, but I want it to be one of those things where the character don't really say what they're supposed to say. Like, they say the wrong thing, and then, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all ever watch a show, and the character's like, maybe you watch a show, and it's two characters, and one character sees something, and it looks like something that's not, and the other character could explain themselves easily, but for some reason they don't, or they like say the wrong stuff and makes it worse. Y'all ever see that? Like, that's the type of thing I want to do. So so I'll probably have him saying like, once that's not a mistake for you, then she'll be like, what you wanted me to do? You left. You left me again. Was I supposed to wait around for 4 years for you to come back again? Kind of going on about how like he left. Left for 4 years. She didn't know he was coming back. You know, she had her own life, or like she got a life and stuff like that. She couldn't wait for him to come back again in 4 years and whatever, whatever. You know, so he's like, so then she'll say all that. Then he'll be like, you know, just tell me, was it a mistake? Then that's when the boyfriend will yell, and she be like, I gotta go. So then she leave, and it's kind of like, you feel me? She never really answered the question. So then I want him to like, now I don't know if I want Malik to like, so I want Malik to maybe like delete her number or something like that, right? So then it'll fast forward 2 years later, and Malik is, you know, obviously in Texas working or whatever. So then Amani, the opening scene would be Amani like in a car, and she gets a call, and it's like, hey, is this Amani? Is the person other than, I forgot what I made the other person name is. I think, let's just say Jasmine. So then Jasmine other than like, oh yeah, this is Jasmine from work. Come get you from the airport, and you know, I'll show you around the city a little bit. There's this open mic night going on at this black owned cafe. We could go to that. You know, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, young people and stuff that makes, you know, you can meet some people. So she be like, so then Amani's gonna be like, okay, that's cool. So this is kind of insinuating Amani started another job. Seems like she in a new city, this is that. But at this time, the audience isn't gonna know what city she's in. So then she's gonna walk into this open mic night, and she's gonna be like, let's say she in the back, you know, her and the girl Jasmine, you know, just talking, having a drink, whatever. Like, she like, oh, so where you from? And this and that. What brought you to Texas? So then at the point where she says, what brought you to Texas? That's when Malik is gonna like kind of be on the mic. He's like, you know, hey, my name is Malik. I haven't performed. This is my first time performing this poem. You know, I wrote it 2 years ago on this night, and this and that. And that's gonna be the poem from Just for Tonight, part 1, where he's like, it's always been you for me. So then Amani's gonna hear that, and she's gonna be like, you know, she I need some water. But Amani's gonna hear that, and she's gonna be like, turn to like, you feel me? So then now on this part, I don't know if I want them to see each other, or it's a thing of like she sees him and he doesn't know. You get what I'm saying? So I might do it like that, where she kind of sees him and just doesn't say anything, maybe. But I don't know. I still gotta flesh that out. But that kind of be like the not opening scene, but the like where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, 4 months after the special night, something go down. You know, boyfriend, whatever, whatever. Then 2 years after that, Amani's done moved to Texas for her work. Now, when Amani's in Texas, I don't know if I want her to come to Texas single, or I don't know if I want her to be in a relationship still, then eventually be single because of the long distance or whatever the case may be. But that's nonetheless. So that's the open mic night. So in the open mic night, I got to figure out if I want them to see each other, or if basically the same as the party. Do they see each other, or is it one and the other? Like one person see one person, other don't see them. You know what I'm saying? Like Malik sees Amani, but she don't see him, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really leaning towards Amani seeing Malik. Only because she gonna automatically see him or know it's him by the poem. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be a matter of him seeing her back. So maybe I would just have her see him. Something like that, right? Then the next day, right? So the next day is gonna be Malik is in work. He's getting into the elevator, and he sees Amani in the lobby. So then he's gonna like look and be like, "Is that really?" You feel me? So then it's gonna turn out she works. I didn't want him at the same job, so I said she works in the same building as him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe he sees her, doesn't say anything, goes home, talk to Alex or whatever. Then finds out she moved to Texas. Then maybe like a week later, they run into each other in the elevator. So that's what I got. So they meet in the elevator, run into each other again in the elevator. Then they probably talking like, you know, it was really awkward or whatever. Then maybe Malik's like, you know, do you want to just go out and catch up tonight? So then, but this isn't going to turn into like like the first film where they catch up, then go back to the place and stay up all night. This is going to be like a real just dinner catch up, you know, go back home. So in the catch up, they'll probably just talk about like, you know, why you didn't tell me you was coming to Texas, and we haven't talked in this long, and this and that, right? So in my second film, I mean not my second film, in this film, I didn't know if I wanted both of them to be in a relationship, right? So I didn't know. So this is how I feel about relationships. I do want them both single at one point because I want them to start dating, but I didn't know if I want Malik to still be single. Then Amani come up, and actually now that I think about it, I may have Amani single. Maybe she'll break up with him, break up with her boyfriend after that whole situation, be single for like 2 years, then like come up here, and that could be part of the reason she came up here. Like, I needed to change the scenery. Somebody told me, apply for this. I was just applying for jobs all over. Like I told you, I don't know if she said that, Texas or Atlanta. No, she didn't say that. But maybe she just like, yeah, I broke up with him. Stayed at my job for a bit, saved up some money, then I just decided to move, and this is kind of like where I came to. I didn't know then. Well, she will obviously know this is the city he's in, but whatever the case may be. But I kind of want her to come into Texas single, then him have a girlfriend, then him and his girlfriend break up. So kind of want it to be like flipped now. Like Malik's got a girlfriend. Let's say they've been dating for like 6 months, but she's like jealous of him and Amani's relationship because like maybe their friendship, like maybe he invites her over and like whatever, and it's like obviously the girls are kind of like got that tension a bit, because a girl gonna see it first. So Malik girlfriend probably seeing that Amani is feeling him and seeing that chemistry between them. But now the only way so if I give Malik a girlfriend, the only way I want them to break up is her cheating on him. That's the only way I want them to break up. But I want it to be like this. I don't know if you ever watched Baggage Claim, but I kind of like how they did it. So I want her to have Malik to have a girlfriend. She cheats on him, but Malik doesn't know. But then Monty sees her. So Monty sees her, and Monty's like, either you gonna tell him or I am. So she breaks up with Malik. Whatever, right? So I kind of want it to be like that. But I might have it like that. I don't want this second film to be too long, so I'm not really trying to add too much components to it, but I kind of do like that idea, like him having a girlfriend when she first come out, just to kind of show that their feelings is still there, in a sense, like they still got enough feelings and chemistry to make Malik's current girlfriend jealous, and showing Amani being jealous about the relationship, and not jealous in the sense of like maybe she throwing shots at the girlfriend, but maybe just jealous in the sense of like body language wise, you could tell, so something like that, but I don't know, I might just keep it where Amani's in a relationship, but even then she's in a relationship 4 years. That's a long time to like break up with somebody right when you move, you get what I'm saying? So it's like I would rather have her have been broken up, because if Amani's in a relationship, I would want them to break up because of the distance. Maybe he's like, I don't want to leave the hometown, and she's like, I'm never coming back. We only gonna maybe see each other 2-3 times a year because of work or whatever. That's actually a good idea. So maybe that's kind of what goes down. Maybe I don't know. I gotta think about how I really want. I don't know. I gotta think about how I want them to start dating, lead up. You get what I'm saying? All right. So then I want them to start dating, and I want them to have like a really, really like fun, beautiful relationship. But then I want them to get into a big argument, and the reason is because they've only been best friends, right? So it's like they probably never been in an argument. If they did, it's like maybe something small, or it's like argument in a relationship is a lot different, right? So when we get a huge argument and both say stuff they don't mean, right? So I want her to say something like, I don't know, something like, I know I want him to say like, fate was always getting in our way. Maybe it's a good reason for that. Like, maybe we wasn't supposed to date type thing. Then I want her to say something like, kind of insinuating, kind of like similar to what 2 years ago, where it's like, I kind of want her to say something kind of insinuating that like, he likes her more than she likes him, and he more so wanted a relationship than she did. Like maybe something like, you know, you the one wanted to be with me. You know, I should have just stayed single and had a fresh start in the new, like something like that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying. Then the ending. I don't know if I want them to get back together and stay together, or I don't know if I want them to like have a on and off friendship where like I don't know if I want happy ending where they get back together, things are good and whatever. But or I don't know if I want a bad ending. I mean, unhappy ending where like they kind of lose their friendship in a sense. In a sense, and it's like, you know, because once you start dating, it's hard to go back to that friendship, especially once they get to a big argument like that. So I don't know if I want them to like, you know, have that bad ending where it's like they, you know, go to barely talking now. Maybe they see each other in the elevator and just head nod and don't even say words type thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. This is a lot to think about with this one, but I feel like if I could write this one right, it would definitely be a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot better, but because I think for me it would be better than the second film because it would be like more. I don't know. I really do not know, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm really excited to write this one. I just feel like the brainstorm. I gotta brainstorm so much for this one because I really don't know how I want their dynamic and their like everything to play out. And it's like I don't know. I feel like this one gonna be probably around like 50 pages. I want to say just because you know him coming back in town and all that. That's gonna be at least I say 3-4 pages. Then them kind of first getting back into Texas and like, you know, getting back into seeing each other in person. That's gonna be, let's say, 10 pages. You know, because one of them, if not both, is gonna be a relationship that has to end. So all that's gonna be about 10 pages. Then them actually dating is gonna be, you know, I said about 10 pages of good, like, you know, the dates and all that. Then the argument and them being apart, I said that'd be about 5 pages, maybe 5 pages, maybe. Then the ending will probably be like 1 or 2 pages. So looking at around what, like 30 something pages, I believe, maybe 40 something. So yeah, like I say, shit, damn near 50. But yeah, I have to see, man. I really have to see. But I'm not gonna yap too much, man. I'm really, like I said, I'm tired as a mug. But I did want to just flesh out all these ideas because whenever I was thinking about them in the shower, and I was like, I want to make this video because I know I'm not gonna have. Because it's like once those creative juices start flowing, you really do have to get it out because you can't imitate it. Like that's something I really learned because I tried to, like, but it's like, because it's like I take a shower and I take a nice quiet shower and it's like sometimes I'm in there and I'm just thinking like, you know, about the film, about this part, and about this, and that. Then I'm like, damn, I need to write that down. I need to do this. I need to do that. Then I get out of like, bro, I have to get out the shower while I still running to write it down. Cause I know once I get out, I'm not gonna remember it the same way, like, you know, the way I was thinking it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I know if I waited till tomorrow to make this video, I wouldn't be able to really like have the same ideas, the same creativity in my mind, even today. Cause I've been thinking, I thought about this, like I said, I thought about when I was in the shower like an hour ago. Then I thought about it again. I think maybe it was one of these days I was walking. So one of these days I was thinking about this again. So it's like I've been thinking about it a lot and I keep putting it to the side. So it's like I need to keep it in my I need to get it out while it's still fresh, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this film, I ain't gonna rush this. I really want to take my time with this. Cause I want this to be absolutely perfection. Like I want this to, like, cause this one I'm going all out. Like it's gonna be a lot of soundtrack in there, a lot of music. I'm gonna get real descriptive with the body language. Like this one is gonna be another one. Like everything is art where I put so much into it. So this one I'm really trying to take my time and really get into it. But I really don't want to take too long because like I want this done as soon as possible so I can read it and do my script reading and all that. But can't rush greatness. So I'm Nah, you can't rush greatness. But I actually ran out of storage, so the camera stopped. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping anyway. That's the end of the video, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna, you know, keep documenting the process. Definitely now, because I feel like when I wrote Everything Is Art and I was really into it, you know, at that time I wasn't really doing these creating apps. And even writing this, I wasn't really. I think I did one creating app in the process of me writing this, but I'll do my best to show the process. It's hard because I like to listen to music, or I like to watch certain shows while I do it, but I can't do that and record because, like, you feel me? I just can't do it. So with the process, then it's also like I be writing in silence a lot of times. Like if I'm on camera, obviously I'm gonna talk because I'm on camera, but I don't want to just be like in silence typing type thing. But you know, I definitely try to show the process as much as I really can to just like document along the way. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? What? Because in 10 years, well, how am I? 22? Nah, 5 years. With that documentary come out, and they're like, damn, bro, like this dude really started from the bottom, came up, and like, you feel me, did his thing, like, you feel me? Cause I think about it a lot, bro, and I think about, all right, this is the last thing I'm gonna yap about. But I think about like famous people, like whether it be rappers, musicians, like athletes, and this and that, like their life is so documented. Like they knew they was gonna make it. You get what I'm saying? Cause like I think about that. Like if you blew up today, would you be able to make a documentary about your life, about like when you was a kid and like stuff like that? Like the little baby thing, like it was videos of him as a kid, like dancing at Christmas or something like that, I think, or even Kanye videos of him like writing or in the studio or whatever the case may be. So it's like, you feel me? Or Doechii, like videos of her on YouTube, and she was like, you know, kind of do what I'm doing, just singing in her room or whatever the case may be. So it's like, document your life, bro. You gonna be great one day. Document your life so the people can see it. You feel me? But I'm out, man. Love y'all.